Buenos dias. Today we'll be making my favorite dish for keto recipes, Pollo Loco. Start off, we're going to be marinating organic chicken. You may use tenders, you may use whole chicken drumsticks. Basically any sort of organic chicken is perfectly fine. To mix things up, I mixed in some shrimp. I also have some frozen shrimp handy. I buy it at Kroger's. If you have a Kroger, in the sink for about 5 minutes under lukewarm water, and then do remove the shells. Very important. So we always want to keep our chicken refrigerated. I have it in a plastic container, and I just pulled it out of the refrigerator and have it cut up. Now, you may prepare this Pollo Loco in several different ways. Preferably grilling it is you'll have the most flavor. But I'm going to show you how to saute it if you don't have time for grilling. And you could also bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. So to make our marinade, we have to remember a few things about marinades. Marinades always have oil. So today I'm going to use 100% pure avocado oil, not olive oil, but you could use olive oil. I just would not recommend just a regular vegetable oil. That's not very healthy for you. This is full of healthy fats and is just really heart healthy. So I'm also going to use a half a cup of filtered water. The water make the marinade a little bit more liquid so that it's going to cover the meat a little bit better. I do want to mention I just ordered these red. I'm just going to go ahead and do about half a cup. Now with a marinade, we don't have to be very precise with the measurements, and you'll notice that. So we always, in a marinade, are gonna have oil, always gonna have water, and you're always gonna have something acidic. So I'm gonna have two things that are acidic, a lime, because this is a Caribbean recipe. So I love my lime zester, it's very important. You may find that link below on Amazon. So I just cut one lime in half, and I just limed that. Try not to get all over myself. Okay. And then you're going to, so you think about your acidic, I'm also going to add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I just always add apple cider vinegar to all of my marinades. See, that's the wrong lid. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Not a lot of salt. We've talked many times on my channel like how important it is to order high quality salt. This is Sierra Pink Himalayan salt from Amazon. It's not that expensive for a very large bag. This is, I think, 2 pounds, and it has no plastics in it, and it's pure salt. So very important. So I'm just going to put a teaspoon of salt in there. And you may use any sort of onions. These are green onions, but you could also use white onions or red onions. I just happen to have these available. So I'm going to use 1/3 of a cup of those. You notice I have, add a little bit more. You notice I had maybe more like a half a cup. I have quite a few left over because we're going to top the Pollo Loco with cheese. The bottom is going to be peppers. And then I'm going to add some more green onions. And for your non-keto family members or friends, you could use any sort of taco shell, street taco, just fry them up, or just use just the regular hard shell tacos. Alrighty, so here's my jalapeno. This was 1 jalapeno. Definitely use fresh. It's just so worthwhile. Just a couple notes on jalapeno. Remove the seeds. Very, very important. Otherwise, it's going to be really hot and spicy. And just be extremely careful as you're chopping it to wash your hands thoroughly and don't touch your eyes. Like wash your hands maybe about 3 times before you even think about touching your face, because if you get that jalapeno around your eyes, it really stings. Okay. Just because it is summertime and I have so much mint growing, I'm kind of making this more of a Caribbean style Pollo Loco. So I'm going to add some fresh mint, which is more of a jerk recipe, but I love the flavor, and I have this beautiful, beautiful pineapple fresh mint, which I'll be making another YouTube video about growing mint. So mint is just such a versatile herb, and it's just so healthy for you. So it's just so pretty. So I'm going to throw that in there. I am running a little behind today and didn't have time to chop fresh garlic. Preferably chop your fresh garlic, about 5 cloves. Can never have too much garlic is what I say. But today I am running a teeny bit behind, so I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of just this minced garlic that I have from Walmart. So I'm going to just use that. Just scoop it another teaspoon out there because it wasn't coming out very fast. Alrighty, so our other kind of secret sauce ingredients, this is something I've just played around with and discovered. This is actually a spice that's commonly used in Arabic recipes, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful taste. Kind of tastes like cinnamon. You may also use cinnamon. It's called cardamom. I'm not quite sure I ever said that correctly, but it's just, again, that kind of give it more of a jerk chicken taste, which I just really love. So I'm going to pull that lid off and I'm going to go ahead and do 1 teaspoon. And you may also substitute cinnamon or nutmeg. Again, it's a marinade, so the flavors can be a little bit stronger. Something else, if some of your family members love grilled corn, take this marinade, save a little bit of it, pour it in one of these little bowls, cover the bowl, do not let it touch the raw chicken to contaminate it, and then brush it onto your corn, and then you make Mexican corn when you grill it. Love that. Okay, so very important is a teeny bit of spice. I'm not a person that likes super spicy food, but I like things to have a little bit of spice. So I'm just going to use a baby ½ teaspoon of this chili pepper. I'm not going to use a bunch. But again, if you know your family loves spicy and you love spicy, then make it spicier. That is more of a preference. And the cumin is very important. If you're not used to making Hispanic dishes, this is super spicy. Be very careful with it. This is more of a sweet cinnamon taste, but again, don't use too much. But with your ground cumin, it gives it that smoky, wonderful taste. You really can't use too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and use quite a bit. Nice big full tablespoon, even a little bit more. So again, it's not spicy, so you can be a little bit more generous. Alrighty, so it looks like I have all of my main ingredients, and they should look like that in my red bowl. And I'm going to take a whisk and just whisk it up really quick. And if it felt like you needed some more water, you could add another ½ cup of water if it wasn't covering your meat. So this is what I love about these bowls, that there's a lid I can hold, and then I can just pour it into my chicken and shrimp. And I do like, if I'm gonna grill, I do like to save some marinade on the side to brush it as I'm grilling. But I am not grilling today, so I don't need to worry about that. So I'm just going to take a nice wooden spoon and just make sure it's completely covered. So as far as the length of time to marinate, you can definitely do this the night before. You should not marinate more than 24 hours. And you definitely want to give it probably at least 5 or 6. So anywhere between that time frame is perfect. Definitely want to keep it always in the refrigerator. So this is what your marinated chicken and shrimp look like. And so as I come back this evening to prepare it, I'm going to be sauteing that up and removing it from marinade, and then I'll add a little bit more marinade to the cooking time. Tonight, I just was it, sorry for Yuki meowing in the background. But anyhow, tonight I just sauteed up some little red peppers. You can see a little yellow, just the multi peppers, marinated chicken. You could do that just in a mesquite marinade if you didn't have time to make my homemade marinade, which is linked earlier below. And I just browned the shrimp and the chicken for just a short period of time until they were brown. Honestly, I do prefer them grilled. Grilled to me is much better, but you know, this is a fast and easy meal. Now, I could also add cheddar cheese on top and microwave it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to get a little cheesy feeling, because we know in keto we don't count calories. Or also you could go to Walmart and I will show